The UN Human Rights Council held an emergency session in Geneva, Switzerland last night to deplore the violent repression of peaceful demonstrations in Burma. Britain's Foreign and Commonwealth Office supported the Council's statement.
The strong language really does demonstrate the feelings by the Human Rights Council and the concerns that they have about what's happening in Burma. Secondly, it was passed by consensus. This was all 47 nations who are part of the Human Rights Council coming together and saying the same thing. And this includes many of Burma's close neighbours, China, India, Indonesia, other Asian countries. And thirdly, it makes clear that the status quo is not an option, that things have to change, that we want to see Burma moving towards democracy. We want to see a process of reconciliation, and it's time for Burma to recognise that the international community is determined to see democracy put in place and accepted rule of law.
The UK government reiterated the importance of international cooperation to protect those in need and support Burma's move towards democracy.
We believe it's important that we work with others in the international community. The United Nations is obviously important, and the Human Rights Council was part of that process. Further discussions at the Security Council may also be appropriate. We're also working with our partners in the European Union to look at what could happen there and calling for the possibility of further sanctions on Burma if progress isn't made.
Burma's military rulers say 10 people have been killed in the demonstrations, but activists believe the number could be as high as 200, with thousands still missing.
The people of Britain are extremely concerned. I know about this from people who are contacting this office, from the demonstrations that we're seeing up and down the country, from people who are concerned about this. We don't know what's happened to a great many of the people involved. There's lots of rumours about arrests, about more deaths than were actually reported by Burma. We need to know what's happening. We need to know where these people are, and we need now to get a process of reconciliation going.
In the short term, Britain has made an immediate action plan, and it's also working with Europe and the UN to find a diplomatic solution to the problem.
Our immediate plans are to continue down the routes that we've started on, further discussions in the European Union, further discussions in the United Nations, continuing to talk to countries in the region and continuing to work with them to try and move the Burmese regime forward to essentially act upon these resolutions that have been passed.
The UN's Special Envoy to Burma, Ibrahim Gambari, has been in the country speaking to junta senior leader General Than Shwe, as well as opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi. The UK government are now keen to hear Mr Gambari's report to the UN in New York.